Okay, so we're going to start with skin prep. I am using the Murad Environmental Shield Correct and Protect Broad Spectrum SPF 45. I got this sent to me in PR and I've honestly been using it ever since. I literally love this stuff. It gives my skin just like the nicest glow underneath all of my makeup. The next thing that I go in with is this Refi Primer. I know this is not new for a lot of people, but it's fairly new for me, and I understand why everyone loves it. I love that it's not as sticky as some of the other primers that I've used, but it really holds my makeup like all day long. And it honestly feels like just another step in skincare. I feel like it also hydrates my skin. The next two products I use in combination. So the first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and I kind of just use this as a base to mix with the dewdrops I'm going to show you. So I use these Fenty Shimmer Glow Drops, and I just put a couple dots over my face, and I like to mix this in with my hands. You'll see a lot of the first steps that I do in my makeup for my base. I use my hands because I just think that it blends the product better and it looks less cakey on my face. I feel like mixing these two products together has given me like the perfect glow for putting more makeup on top without covering too much of the way my skin looks underneath. So instead of foundation, I have been using two different types of concealers. The first one for under my eyes I've been using is the Haus Labs concealer, and this stuff, I'm just telling you right now, is so worth it. I've always had a problem with creasing underneath my eyes with my concealer and having it look very cakey and cracked kind of, but ever since I've been using the Haus Labs concealer, I feel like my under eyes have just been really smooth looking. And I do use a little bit of a lighter shade underneath my eyes, and then I take my favorite concealer. You can use whatever concealer you like the best. This is the Dior concealer, and it's more of a skin tone match for my face. So I'll just cover any blemishes that I have with this, and I let this all dry down for like a minute before I blend it out so I get the most coverage out of my concealer because I'm not going to use foundation. To blend out my concealer, I always use like a tapered synthetic brush that's kind of fluffy, kind of packed, and I just feel like it blends everything really seamlessly and doesn't give you those like brush strokes. Sometimes I feel like with beauty blenders or makeup sponges, it takes too much of the product away, and we're not really trying to do that. We're just trying to add a little and cover what we can. Like, you could just see how smooth this side looks compared to obviously this side. Right after I'm done blending out the concealer underneath my eyes and the rest of my face, I go in with the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Powder. This is like a pink colored powder, and I just set underneath my eyes and on the sides of my nose with this. I think this is the biggest game changer in my makeup besides the concealer change. So I just set where I put the concealer, and now I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. This one is from NARS. And I'm going to take another tapered brush, this one is from Tarte, and just start to contour and carve out my cheekbones and around my face. I'm just going to wipe away that extra Huda Beauty powder and just lightly contour my nose a little bit on the tip and then the sides. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. And I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just set my bronzer with some of the NARS Casino bronzer. I'm also just going to put a little bit of this in the crease of my eyes. For eyebrows, I always keep it pretty simple. I'm just going to use the Anastasia Brow Wiz to fill in some of the sparse areas. And then I'm just going to set them in place with the Refi Brow Sculpt. For blush, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty blush in Hope. And I also take a little synthetic brush to blend this out as well. And I blend this pretty high underneath my eyes. I think it makes your face look very youthful and glowy when the blush is going up your face instead of to the side or dragging it down. So now is usually the point in my makeup where I will spray some sort of setting spray to keep everything locked in before I do mascara and lips and everything. I'm going to use the One Size setting spray. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes. You could obviously use any eyelash curler. This is the Kevin Aquan one. I also love the Tweezerman eyelash curler. I feel like they all do the same thing. And for mascara, I'm going to use the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I feel like everyone has heard of this or used it or either seen it online or on TikTok. But it's really good at lengthening your lashes. And I don't mind if my lashes look not clumpy, but they don't need to be like super spaced out. So I think that this gives them a nice full look. And then for extra length, I use the Telescopic Waterproof Mascara. And this just keeps my lashes curled like literally all day long. Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to use the Cookie Highlighter by Benefit. And I just put this above my brow bone and on my nose. And then a little bit above my lip. And then for lips, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Liner. This is the medium 2 shade. Then I'm going to use a little bit of the MAC lipstick in the middle called Posh Tone. And finish that off with the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. And this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my updated makeup routine. I feel like every season my makeup changes a little bit. Some of the products, the way I do it, how I apply it. I'm going to link everything I use down below in the description if you want to check it out or buy it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already and follow my socials. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!